welcome back to The Upgrade. We've got a great show for you today, not least because we're so excited to have Kate back. Katie, where have you been?
Hi. Just dealing with some stuff down in Texas.
I heard there was some weather. Your dad said 2.5 inches of ice on his driveway or something?
Yeah. Yep. And
crazy.
Yeah, and we actually went out and measured. I measured with a yardstick too. We had 6.5 inches of snow, and which is the most snow I've ever seen in Texas ever.
Yeah. Now, in New York, we think nothing of that, but for Texas, that's kind of like a sort of the new
apocalypse
coming of the Lord or something. Yeah, that's unbelievable. But you lost electricity for a week?
A few days, but we actually lost water for over a week, unfortunately. I had to go back and forth between my parents' house to shower and get water, and then actually showered at the gym a few times. And
okay.
But we were very, very, very lucky, and I'm also so lucky to have had my parents here, and so I could just go to them when I need them. But I've been very lucky, and I'm sad that a lot of people weren't. So
no, it was very rough for a lot of folks. Our hearts go out to you in Texas and elsewhere if you've been experiencing that, and I hope you're kind of on the way back now. Let's see your water damage, please.
Oh yes, this is just in this room. But you can also see here my finger. There's a new crack here along my ceiling, and then the water stain there, and then we also have cracks and water stains in the living room as well, and that's also why I'm not on my full setup right now. I actually pushed everything to the side because I was worried that the ceiling might do a little bit of falling in. So someone inspected it yesterday and they said it's fine. So
we think we're okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, fantastic to have you back. What else are we going to do this week? We've got some cool developments I'm going to show you in a second.
Yes, on a key part of the business. So
it is key. I think it's make or break is too strong. We were writing the notes before, and I wrote make or break is too strong, but it's very, very, very important because first impressions count. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. And stick around because we will be revealing a new secret word for 3 chances to win in our $1,000 draw. You can win a bunch of MAGFAST goodies and some other electronics, and I get to talk to all the people that win, and I love that drawing. So please enter.
Yes. The biggest prize of all is getting to hang out with Kate and make the arrangements to collect your prize. All right. Excellent. What else? We don't yet have, I'm so sorry about this. We've so many people asking, we don't yet have a date for your calendar about a further chance to invest. I promise you we're working on it. The SEC has new rules. They look good. Everyone's pleased. But what happened was that how much of the history of this shall I do? It was the old Obama-Biden administration that actually set this thing up. The rules were improved under the last administration. So the new administration is keen on them. But they have paused on the new rules while they just check them out before putting them in. So we think there's going to be some news for you in the next few weeks. In the meantime, I promise you we're working on it and you will be the first to know.
Yes. And also please like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and I don't know, what do you do on LinkedIn? Follow on LinkedIn?
You get into the link on LinkedIn, and if you're watching right on magfast.com, there should be links to those underneath here. Thank you, by the way. Folks have really been leaning in on this. We hardly had anyone on LinkedIn. I think we're up to kind of 500 or 600 now. So thank you so much for that. And if you're watching us out on YouTube or elsewhere on the internet, then hopefully there'll be a link underneath or whatever. Like, subscribe, follow. And everything. Yeah?
Yes. Let's talk about packaging.
Let's talk about packaging. I've said a couple of times in recent weeks that after this kind of hurry up and wait, right? You guys have been saying hurry up, and I've been saying wait. All of this work has been going on and on and on. I said it's going to start to move very quickly at the moment. And one of the examples of this is packaging. Packaging is moving. Packaging is comparatively quick to do, but it's still complicated, especially for a project like this. I've shown, if you've been with us for a while, I showed you our plans for packaging. It's all starting to come together right now. And do you think the folks would be interested to see a little bit of this, Kate?
Yes, I am too. I know you've showed me a couple, but I'm excited to see everything.
Yeah, I texted you a picture over the weekend, but let's take a look at it now. And you can just, Kate, can you stand in for everyone else and just ask questions as we go along, and we'll try and unpack the packaging for everybody. See that? It's a little dad joke. Let's just put this. Let's go to my screen here because I prepared a couple of things here that I want to point out. And in fact, I'm going to come back to that in a second. This summarizes it. We're making premium products for you guys, right? And so premium products we think need to come in premium packaging.
Yes.
And you might have seen this on our website, this picture of our packaging kind of being used for another life. And if we could just unscreen share for just a second, this was we kind of face this dichotomy, which is we really want to, the goal is to be the world's greenest charger company. That's hard for a little company to do, but we started out, by planting all of these trees, over 250,000 so far. And when we designed the packaging, we wanted the packaging to be green, but the problem is that packaging is typically something that is then immediately thrown away. So what's important with green is both the choice of the materials and also how long it lasts. One of the green things about MAGFAST is these chargers are actually designed to last. So you'll be using them for, years and years to come rather than throwing them away after 6 months. So part of the strategy for a long time has been, let's make packaging that are keepers, right? Boxes that you actually want to keep. Mm-hmm. And so all of our work is going into making sure that the outer box is beautiful and keepable, and you can use it for your projects and so on around the place. The original design that I showed you, and we haven't really changed the design, but the original pictures that I showed you here included, let me just put my glasses on here, included this, which was to have this little plastic wrap around the outside. And quite a few folks commented, green and plastic, what's that all about? And I want to just quickly step you through what my thinking about it was. Mm-hmm. In order to be the world's greenest charging company, we've got to be successful. And I felt that the first few thousand that came off the line, I wanted this unwrapping. I originally thought that this plastic wrap would be a good way of doing it. A lot of people wrote in and said, not so much. We don't care about that. Just make sure that it's green. So that was good. And then also when we went to quote on those, it just didn't make any sense at all. That you had to make tools to make the plastic wraps. So they're gone. So what's on your screen now is not happening. You'll be pleased to hear. So let's drill in a little bit. I also showed you this. This is like when you take the lid off the box. Here it is on the inside. And I think I showed you this before, unpacking the whole thing. So this is obviously MAGFAST Air here. Air will go into the box here. There's the lid of the box. And then you get some, what we call the collateral in here. And so on like this. And that's the back of the product with all of the fingerprint and all the other information on there. And the whole packaging system was designed that it doesn't matter. I mean, Kate, you are looking at folks' orders and checking on things all the time. And a lot of people have ordered a Pro kit, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But 60 or 70% of people, it isn't just a Pro kit. It's a Pro kit and one other product, a MAGFAST Time, or they added something else. So most people have got ordered all kinds of different things, and we didn't want that it only looks beautiful if you've ordered a particular combination. We wanted no matter what you've ordered that looks beautiful. So we designed this system here. I'll just play the video for you here. This happens to be a Pro kit that's being packed up here, but by changing the size of this wrap here, wrap, okay, by making different sizes of those, we can accommodate different combinations of boxes within it. I'll just show it one more time. So you can imagine with a smaller wrap, we could have a different, isn't this beautiful?
Yes, I love it. It's, I know this is a weird thing to say, but it reminds me of like getting Chinese food or something. It looks delicious.
Thank you. We were working on preparing for today's show a little bit earlier on, and I noticed Kate's attention was wandering at one point. She goes, "Yeah, well, we can talk about that later. Yeah, no, we can go over that. Well, we'll have a few minutes before we go live. We can talk about that." And I said, "What's going on?" She says, "My burger's just arrived."
I'm sorry, I was hungry and I wasn't focused. I needed my hamburger.
So this isn't quite all of them, but this is all the key box sizes. And I want you to just notice, I'm not turning this into a math lesson, but do you notice how 30 here for these ones, 30, this is actually centimeters because it all works out nicely in centimeters, and then 15 for all of these. So 30 is exactly 2 times 15, right? Then with the depth of them all, this dimension here, it goes up in twos, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's another one at 4 there and another 6. But they're all, because the MAGFAST products are all the same width, there's 10 centimeters wide, all right? Which means that, so basically you can put together a wrap to accommodate any combination of them, and you can stack them together like that. And with just one little kind of filler box like that, you can fill the whole thing up. Anyway, so that was the system. We started a few weeks ago selecting the best vendor to make these for us. It was actually,
ask, like, how long did that take to actually find who was going to do it?
Please. It was actually Kate is being a good co-host and asking the question, but I think you kind of know the answer because it was actually Kate's dad who did much of the work on this. He started, I think, with 26 different vendors, 26 different packaging vendors, and sent out. And by the way, packaging vendors will tell you they never get a brief as detailed as what you guys are looking at here. We met with a packaging specialist locally here on Long Island in New York, and he's like, "You don't need me. You guys have figured this out way." So, but there's a difference between packaging design and actual kind of manufacturing. So he starts with 26. You'd be amazed, like 10 of them never even replied. When we're trying to build a large business here, and they're not even replying to a sales inquiry. So, little business tip: respond to sales inquiries. Anyway, and then some of them. Anyway, he whittled it down, and we've actually wound up with this fantastic company. They're called Zenpak. They're out of California. They have offices all over the world, or here and in China at least. And the guys are just super responsive and amazing. So what I'm going to show you now is, you've seen the pictures we just showed you with the original brief, right? You okay over there? Some funny noises coming through my headset. No. Everything all right? Everything's still okay there in Texas?
Yes, we're good. Okay. Nice and warm.
Good. So we gave them the brief, and what happens is the first thing you get back is what's called a white box sample. All right. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It's white. It's a white sample of the box, and they're typically handmade. So the thing I'm going to show you now is what happened when someone took that brief and a bit like a kind of kids project, took that, got some cardboard and measurements, and actually started turning what we had designed in. So I want you to be really clear that this is a very first. What I'm going to show you first was after about 2 or 3 days after we started working with these guys. Okay, so let's go to the other app here. All right, and I want to start here. Right, so this came in about 2 or 3, and these are real photographs, which they sent us, and you can see it coming together quite nicely here. Right, there's our box. That's obviously with the lid off the box. There's a lot of pictures here. I'm not going to show you all of them, but there's the box. Okay, looking very nice. Remember, white box samples. Take the lid off the box. You've got this kind of thing going on. I'll talk about that in just a second. And there it all is, unpacked. So, and they did a lot of stuff, including down here. One thing that we hadn't actually thought, we thought through a lot, but one of the things that we hadn't solved was, for Extreme is obviously a much longer box, and so that little the little collateral bit, with the information and the leaflet and everything, is half the length, right? It's a 15, not a 30, and they came back and suggested this, which is a very good creative solution. It didn't feel like MAGFAST to us, So last Sunday, I recorded, I think it was Saturday I recorded it, but I sent it to them on Sunday. I made a little video for them going through all of these pictures as I'm doing with you and saying, look, we suggest the following for extreme. And we got together with Philip, our 3D animator guy over the weekend. And we said, look, when we take the lid off the box, we'd like it to look like this. How is this, Kate?
Ooh,
look at this.
I love that. Feels MAGFAST. Feels very
Doesn't that feel MAGFAST?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is you take the lid off, then you can lift out the collateral piece here. Yeah. And you have this little guy, and look, it's got a little hole that you can lift it out. And guess what you can see through the hole? You can see some chi through the hole. And it goes, yeah. How's this? Like so we came up with this on Saturday with Philip. He put it together. Sunday evening, I made a video a little bit like the one Kate and I are making for you now, where we went through all of these pictures and came back with comments. And I just want to point out a very important one of the comments to you, which is, where's my thing here? If we go back to here, we said, look, this is a great start. We love the quality of this box over here. Looks great and everything. But these circles don't feel like us. And there's too much business going on here. Do you see all these cuts and folds and bits and this, that, and the other? So we said, what we want is we want the collateral. We want this guy to fill up the whole of the box. That's Sunday night. I sent off a video. I recorded a video. I said, hey guys, thank you so much. We're really pleased with the work you're doing. And I had my whiteboard behind me and I wrote a few things on the board. I swear to you, we got up Monday morning. So just while we slept on Sunday night, and this came in. Okay. Look at this. Boom.
That's
Boom.
so fast.
Is that amazing? And let's take the lid off of it. All right. Do you see how much this is life, as you might have guessed? I'll explain to you about this model in a second. But you see how much cleaner this all is. And remember, this is handmade, so it'll be much tighter when it's machine made. So this is another handmade sample. This kind of rough-looking life in here, we didn't have a sample in the right place for it. There's very few samples until they start coming off the tools. So we sent them a 3D computer model of it, and they printed it out. Did my voice go high for a second there? we sent them a 3D model. We told them the weight. They drilled a hole in it, put some sand in it, and then they had a weighted sample, because obviously in the packaging you don't want it to, when it shakes around, you want to make sure that the packaging can hold everything in place, right? So isn't this amazing?
Yes, I really feel like y'all picked the right company. I'm loving this.
These guys are just, when she says y'all, she means me and her dad.
Yeah.
Who is just fantastic. He's an amazing guy, Katie. All right. So here it is, just looking fantastic. And here's an example of the folding. Again, remember, white box samples. This is handmade to test if everything's working properly. This is a little sample of, remember I said we're going to do the very initial test run, and we're going to get that out to just one or two, just really as tiny numbers of the very first customers, one or two of the people, one or two of our business partners who are helping us to put this whole thing together. But we wanted those first ones to go out, this slightly smaller package to go out nicely. So this is the slightly smaller. That's going to be Life and Extreme and some cables and a little box there. See, there it is with the end folding in. Ooh. Is this crazy?
Yeah. Yes.
And then here's the slightly larger size. This is going to be Hello Kit, although this isn't quite the right box combination here. But this is the size of Hello Kit, right? Which is going to be the very first ones when we start fulfilling en masse for you guys. Yes. So I don't know about you. You could probably tell I'm pretty, as we say in England, pretty bloody excited about this.
Yes, and since we are working on packaging to this extent, does that mean shipping is starting soon?
I mean this is. I mean we've unfolded this in previous meetings. We're in. Let me just get this a little better on the screen. So this is packaging is a kind of a late stage piece of it. I was speaking with Damien. We did the show last week with Damien when you were away, Kate. But I was speaking with him in person yesterday. I think he said we're 42 days out of 53 days into the tooling of Life. So it's still not tomorrow. It's still not as soon as I would like, but it's going to move quickly through.
Getting closer.
It's going to move quickly when things start. Yeah, it's getting closer every day, and we're just going to be super fair. We're going to start with the very first person to order and work our way through as quickly as we can. And there's a lot of moving parts involved in that. There's no excuses, and anybody who isn't comfortable choosing to stay with us, it's okay. Just get in touch with Kate and the team at customer service, and we'll look after you. If you want to drop out, please only stick with us if this feels right to you. Let's go back to the screen for just a second here. You remember I showed you this that we had sent out. So they first saw this Sunday evening our time, which is Monday morning over there. And by the time we woke up on Monday morning, here it was. Is that great or what? Or what? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say I really, really love it. I think it all looks great, and I'm shocked that it only took them less than 12 hours to get back.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane. Here's just quickly. I didn't show you this before. This was the previous version for Air. So you can see this is the back of Air, a printed out model. And do you see there's all too many folds and too much going on in here. So we said no, we want Air facing the right way up with a lovely smooth inside. That was before. Here is after. Here's Air. That's obviously, it's actually upside down, isn't it? This is the top here, and this is the bottom. But here it is. And if you open the box up, look how clean that is inside now. Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
Oh.
And this section here, this bit here, this kind of inner part, this inner sort of kind of framework part, we call it the tray. But this part here is going to lift out nice and easily and just leave you with this beautiful box that you can. I've got a cat now. That's going to leave you with. It's going to leave you with this beautiful set of boxes that you can use for whatever you would like. How about that, hey Katie?
Yes.
Is that good?
I'm very excited. I want to get what is happening over there.
I don't know. I said a cat hair. It was clearly a Seymour hair. It's good. Well, the thing is, I was on the the CDC, and I was on the one of the papers, the website. They have the tracking website of how things are in your region with the COVID and everything. And it was still saying, be really careful. Don't go out and have your hair cut if it's not necessary. And I figured, okay, I'll hold on another couple of weeks, but it is beginning to get out of hand. And for that, I apologize. All right, I think that's just about it, isn't it, Kate? Do you have anything else you wanted to ask about the packaging? Did I pique your? Anything come to mind? Any questions come up?
No, I think you answered everything that I had in mind. So we're good.
Right. Well, if you're watching. Yeah, sure. And if you're watching this and have any questions, drop Kate and I a line, hello@magfast.com. We'd love to hear from you. All right, I think we better wrap this thing up.
Yes. Secret word.
Secret word is keepers. Let's put it up on the screen for a second with the nice keepers graphic. Oh, I suppose that's up to me to do it, isn't it? Because I have it. Hang on, I've got it here. Keepers. There you go. Here's the secret word for this week is keepers, because all of our boxes are keepers. The interior is lighter and designed to be discarded, but the boxes themselves are keepers. And that's the greenest thing you can do, is to have things that don't get thrown away. So that's it. I promise you, as soon as we know something from the SEC, we will let you know about having another chance to invest. We want to do that. It's going to help us to move more quickly when we do that. So I promise you, we're as keen as you are. Thank you so much for staying patient, and thank you for helping us.
Charging for good.